Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris here. I'm here to talk to you guys real quick. I told you I'd make a video about something that I wanted to talk to others about and reach out to people. I don't know if you follow me on my gaming channel or not, or on twitch.tv/CamPunch12, but I haven't streamed in a couple weeks, actually 2 weeks exactly as of today, which is Sunday, March 25th. Reason why is well, I feel like a lot of people in my age group go through this at some point in time. Is because I'm going through it's not a gaming drought necessarily as much as it is more like a gamer's block, if that makes sense to you. Basically, I can't think of what I want to play. There's a lot of things I want to play, and I do want to play games. It's just this fact that I can't get grabbed or pulled in by something. It's really difficult for me as a gamer to deal with that. And I know that sounds crazy or silly to some of you, but it's like, if you're a gamer, you may be able to relate to this, or if you're someone who's into something that requires content or an idea to do something. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So if you're a writer and you have literally writer's block and you can't come out with any ideas in your head, or you can't figure out how to get what's in your head onto paper, you have writer's block. So you're just stuck, you can't get anywhere. And essentially that's kind of what I'm having with video games. I'm getting older. A lot of people, and I would say the age group between the age of 27 and like 35 essentially start going through this at some point in time. And it's good because I've been watching a lot of videos online. I've been reading a lot of forums on Reddit and things like that, and there's a lot of people out there who are actually going through the same thing that I'm going through. And it's just, whether you have like a full-blown career or you have a family, there's just all kinds of things out there going on that could potentially throw you off of your gaming life, essentially, or your gaming, your fun hobby, or whatever you may want to do with it. I essentially like to play games, and I want to stream them and hang out with you guys personally, and talk about the game that I'm playing, or just chat about our daily lives and have a good time. So long story short is, like I said, I can't pick a game to play, but I feel like I might have figured out my problem. Hopefully some of these things and tips that I'm going to leave for you guys will help you out in your future endeavor if you ever come across this problem, or if you're going through it right now. It's not easy, but I mean, it really is. It's just getting older. The number one thing is like, basically, the older you get, the more of an adult you are. Obviously, you grow out of your childish habits and things like that, and you start applying adult life to your real, your fun time, and then that kind of sucks. Some people have a hard time separating themselves from work and play, and they combine them, and that can ruin the fun side of things, essentially. So say you're really busy at work and you're a boss, or you're a leader, or you have to manage time properly, and whatever you may be, you have a really important role of what you do in your job. And sometimes you apply that to the things you do, and in this case is video games. You may be like, okay, I gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this. You're thinking of tasks. You turn what should be fun into work. Don't do that. Try to separate work from that. So the best example I could give is, like, let's think of like this. Fable. Everybody knows Fable. If you never played Fable, sorry. But it's a good game. It's not like terrible. It just didn't live up to the hype and expectations that it was meant to be. But it's still a good game, especially if you've played it before. Revisiting Anniversary Edition is pretty great. So So anyways, you know, you get the good and the evil side of the game. If you have good choices and you have evil choices, maybe, just maybe, you know, you're goody two shoes, you do everything every time in your life, and you're applying that into your work life, and you try to do the best you can, so you want to be good. So maybe in that case, when you go to play, say, like a game like Fable, maybe take the evil choices, be different, try to do something different in the game to help make it interesting for you and kind of throw you off from work and, you know, play. So that's kind of one tip I would say, recommend. You know, try something different. Sometimes we all have our favorites, right? We all have our favorite games out there, and I have my particular favorite types of games. Like, I really enjoy action RPGs and fighting games. Not necessarily full-blown RPGs, because those games are, to me, are paced a little too slow for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure those games are amazing and they're brilliant and they're well made and the stories are beautiful, but for me as a player, the progression is too slow. Sometimes I don't get hooked quick enough to be pulled in. So it's like reading the first couple pages of a book. If it doesn't pull you in, 9 times out of 10, you're going to put that book down and you're going to walk away. So that's kind of the way it is for me with those types of games. Yeah, you know, there's some books out there that you pick up and they may be the best book ever written. And people are like, well, you know, all you have to do is get through the first 3 chapters in the book, which is only, I don't know, 100 pages. You have to read 100 pages of a book before it gets good. That's not entertaining to me. Like, that does not pull me in to read or even want to care about that book at that point. Like, I have to have some sort of value in the first few pages sometimes for me to pick up the book and buy it. Because you go look at the bookstore, you're not going to pick up a book, read the back of it, no, I'm going to buy this. It looks cool, the cover looks cool, it doesn't make the book good. So, like, usually what a normal person would do is read the first couple pages, and if those first 2 to 3 pages are good, and all of a sudden you find yourself turning to the next page to find out what's going on, then more than likely you're going to take that book up to the counter and you're going to buy it. So, I'm almost getting off out of track here. I can't even remember what I was trying to say here, but basically what I was saying is, you know, an action RPG is better for me. Like The Witcher 3, great game. Action RPG, well paced, good stuff. I loved it. Final Fantasy 15, for example, good paced RPG for me. Bad paced RPGs are the ones that I have to sit there and watch too much cinematics, and I get into the game, and then literally it's a walking simulator to the next part of the tutorial. I hate that. That will just push me off of the game so quick. I can't even explain how disgusted I get with stuff like that. It's like, okay, stretch the tutorial out far enough for me, you know, to learn as I can get some actual gameplay in. I cannot stand it when a game, you watch 25 minutes of cinematics. Okay, cool. You finally get control of your character, and guess what? You walk from here to the shed, and guess what? You're learning another tutorial. It's like, can I play the game yet? Do I have to watch literally an hour to 2 hours of bullshit to play a game? I just can't deal with that anymore. More power to the people who can. I'm not downing those people who like those games. That's cool. More power to you. But you get what I'm saying. So, if you play a lot of titles that pull you in, and you happen to play those a lot repetitively, sometimes those games will get, you know, it feels like you're playing the same games all the time. If you even experience a new game that's similar to what you've played before, especially if you're in my age group, if you've been playing games as long as I have personally, you've experienced a lot of the same with just a new skin or a new makeover. Essentially, you've played a lot. Like Darksiders. Don't get me wrong, Darksiders is a great game, essentially. But you know what they compare it to? Zelda. It's Zelda with the apocalypse, pretty much. So, Yeah, so like try to separate things and sometimes branch out to do new things. And like I said, don't branch out. I wouldn't say branch out too far. You don't want to leave too far from where you're at, because sometimes going from separate planes of two different worlds, it may be too much for you to even want to try. So maybe in a sense, try, something in the middle. It's like kind of like what you've played, but it's different. You know what I mean? Sometimes that'll help you out. But that wasn't the case for me. I don't know. I just can't choose a game. So sometimes a well-deserved break from gaming in general. Just don't play any games at all. Give yourself a few days, maybe a week, maybe even 2 weeks, maybe a month. Sometimes people take whole years off. I've read on here people taking an entire year off from gaming, not playing one title, and they go jump onto new hobbies or doing new things in their lives, and then come back and they're like full blown into it, like I can't put it down. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes taking a time off from a game or gaming in general, or with any hobby, sometimes stuff gets stale, just like you do it too much, and you need to give yourself a break. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's like, I guess that's the third tip I can give is take a well-deserved break. Sometimes a breath of fresh air is really nice. Get up, go outside, take a walk, do something different. In particular, like I like to play disc golf sometimes, so I play disc golf, which I haven't played disc golf in a while, and it might be time for me to get it back out on the course and get a fresh breath there that way. That may help with me and converse with people, and people I haven't seen in a while. So those are some things I can recommend that I've read that a lot of people take in actions to help the problem. But I feel like my issue was I was just trying too hard, and I forgot how to have fun with this. And adulting too much. So, and every day I'm either at work, or when I'm off of work, I have a lot of chores to do, and I have to clean the house, or get things, take care of tasks, etc. And that's fine. Or I'm helping somebody out, and that's cool too. I don't mind. I try to help people out the best I can sometimes. But long story short, I'm a busy guy. Just like a lot of you out there, probably really busy people, and they have a lot going on in their lives. So, what I'm going to try to say is, now I'm going to sum it up to this. And this is kind of going out to the people who actually watch and follow me on my YouTube channel or on twitch.tv. I'm going to be streaming again soon, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing, and this is what I'm personally going to do. And it's a task that I tried to tackle like 4 or 5 years ago, and I failed. Well, actually, I didn't fail. I did accomplish some of those titles and those games, but this is what I'm going to do. A long time ago, I made a video on my older YouTube channel, and essentially I called out every game that I own that I've never beat, right? Now, I'm going to do some adjustments to what I did last time. I'm not necessarily going to go back in my catalog and try to beat every game I own. It's just, I'm not saying it's not possible. I can totally do it. It's just there's some of those titles today I'm just not interested in playing it at all anymore. Like at that time, I was a totally different person then. I was totally interested in different things. So that other stuff I may have sitting on my shelf, that's more of an artifact or an item that would go in a museum and like, oh, remember I used to do that stuff. That was cool. I love that back then. Not so much today, but I did at one point in my life. But there are some of those titles that I still want to go back and play and beat and experience the game for what it was. And some of those titles still carry over today to be actually pretty decent games. Whether that's a new game that's came out in the last couple of years, or games that have came out 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I want to go back and replay those because I still have an urge to play those games, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So just for example, real quick. Oh, here it is. I am ashamed for one of these games. I'm really ashamed of myself for not beating it. But I'm going to start with that one last. And I may start with that game first in the list or second. First off, I want to beat Alan Wake. I never beat this game. It really interests me because I love survival horror games, thanks to my friends growing up with them. But this is not, it's not really, I'd say, a survival horror at the most, because this thing is really linear, which most games are linear, but you get what I'm saying. I wanna beat this game. I've got it on PC, and I'll probably be playing that with you guys soon. I'm actually interested. I've been doing some tests with OBS and actually playing this game in particular with the stream setup, and it looks great. So, and it's actually, the more I play it, the more I want to dive into it. So it's actually pulling me in. I can feel it. I'm like, okay, I'm getting into it. I hear good things and stuff about it, so I want to play it. Another example, there's games that I want to revisit. This is games I've already beat, but I want to play again because they made a remake HD version. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and, well, not 1, 2, 3, but it's 2, 3, and Peace Walker, right? I never even played Peace Walker. It was the PSP version of Metal Gear Solid, a different story, a different title. I may not play that one. I'm not really interested. So, but I do want to revisit 2, and I definitely want to revisit 3. Those games were great. I've beat 2 a lot, and I've beat 3 one time. So I definitely want to revisit 3. That one right there. Actually, there's another title in this series that I have never beaten. Out of all of these I've never beaten, besides Peace Walker, is Metal Gear Solid 5. I got into it when it came out. I really liked the game, but I got really sick. I got really bad food poisoning then, and the game runs at 60 FPS, and at the time I didn't have a PC, and I wasn't used to that stuff. So watching that frame rate and the camera move around really fast while I was sick was just was not a good time. So I put it down, and I never picked it back up, and I actually want to replay that game. So Metal Gear Solid 5 Peace Walker, you'll definitely see me play that in the future. Other titles, I don't know if you recognize this. I did a review on this game. This is the collector's edition of Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and I actually want to play this game. I want to beat it. I love the first one. A lot of people were disappointed with this one, but I don't want to let their opinions sway my vision or my play time with this game. I want to give my own opinion on this game. And yeah, so I may go back and revisit the first one too, because it's not really long. I may play that one first, and then maybe go back and play this one, and play that. So that's another game I want to play. And the game that I'm most ashamed of never beating or even getting far enough, and a lot of you, if you keep up with me, if you watch this and you see it now, you're gonna be like, damn, Chris, I can't believe you did not beat this game. What is wrong with you? As much as you spoke of this game and as much as you bitched about it, you didn't beat it, and that's none other than Final Fantasy 15. I'm ashamed to say, I own the collector's edition of this game. I was hyped. I bought the whole kit and caboodle, the best of the best, other than the one that you could buy on the Square Enix website. I got it. It's all there. Look, the movie, all the stuff. It's there. Boom. Got it. Now it's came out on PC a year and a half later, or a year and 3 months later. So I may just end up picking up the PC version, even though I already own this, but I would like to play it at 60 FPS because that would be gorgeous with more extensive graphics and all the beauty of the game, which this was already beautiful to me, but playing it on PC. So those are just a few games in my collection I want to go back and beat, and honestly, all those games that I've mentioned will easily hook me, and I know it because there's some of my favorites, and some of those I've never beat, and they're like sequels to stuff that I've never played or actually got enough into, you know? Just some honorable mentions real quick. Hold on. And some of these games y'all might frown upon, but I kind of want to revisit it and just give it a chance. Just give it a simple chance. The Final Fantasy 13 series. Dude, I've heard really bad good things and really good things about this game. Heard that the beginning is stupid long. Like, you literally see, now talking about that, it may push me away, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I've always been interested. I think Lightning looks like a really cool character. A lot of people are sick of her. I get it. There's 3 versions of this game, a part of the story. I get it. Don't get me wrong. And of course, that goes along with 13.2, which I own. I got it on sale. I actually I spoke about Fable. I do want to revisit Fable Anniversary. Dead Space 2, I'm ashamed to say it. I love the first one, but I never beat the second one, and that gives me a reason to play the third one. Another one, Enslaved. This game did not do so hot. I know. A lot of reviewers and stuff kind of hated on it. But what made me interested in this was that the director or producer was a Dragon Ball fan, essentially, and it had some inspiration behind Dragon Ball, and that kind of went into this game. Of course, the stories are not nowhere near line, but you'll see resemblances, or like, oh, I can see where he got inspired to do this. I mean, hell, the main character that you play has a staff just like Goku and a tail like a monkey. Like, pretty cool, right? I doubt I'll be able to play this game unless I can get some of you to play it with me. Lost Planet 2. I think there is a single player campaign, and I may get through that, but there may be some co-op stuff, maybe. And believe it or not, I might play some Devil May Cry. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. I just pulled it out because the Devil May Cry HD collection just came out on next gen consoles and PC. Blah blah blah. But those are just a few of the things. There are other titles that I want to jump on, but I just wanted to share a few of those things. This is kind of getting really long, and if you didn't watch it all, or if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope some of the tips that I could tell you has helped you out. Like I said, do this for fun. I do this because I enjoy gaming, and it's just something I love to do on my free time. And I've had a lot of free time of thinking about this, and I've thought about it, and it's like I try too hard. I've been thinking about this too hard, and I've been adulting too hard, basically. So, long story short, let's wrap this up real quick. If you watched it this far, thank you so much for getting this far with me. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I am Chris Lee. I'm gonna let you guys go do whatever you're doing before, and hopefully some of the tips that I told you, will help you out in your issues if you ever come across this problem. And yeah, I'm not gonna edit this video at all. You're just gonna watch it the way it is. See you guys later. Bye.